Hello guys, in this Naruto mod RimWorld guide, we're going to be going over Chakra Natures and Chakra Paper. So there's a lot of confusion with Chakra Paper and Chakra Natures and exactly how to get to unlock Natures, how do you unlock your levels. We're going to go over all that in this video, so how to unlock your first levels and how to unlock Chakra Natures. So the first things first, we're going to go into our gene or xenotype editor here, and you can see we have the 5 nature transformations right here. And with that is, what we're going to do is, these are essentially chakra natures that your character is born with. So if you wanted to make a custom xenotype, you could, and you could add these and they would automatically have these right off the bat. You wouldn't have to get them or use RNG to get them, I should say, because chakra papers kind of have a little bit of RNG to it, and I will explain that in a little bit. So all of these basically just give you that nature transformation, and that's that. You know, they have the stats here, complexity +2, really not a big deal if you want to. Now, Sarutobi here is special, as in Sarutobi has a complexity of 5, and there's a reason for that. It's because it gives you all of the nature transformations. So if you have the Sarutobi gene, you get 1 unique ability, but you get all 5 of the nature transformations, and that's not quite conveyed really nicely in the mod, and I'm sorry for that. I'm going to make it more prevalent when I do the next major update. So Sarutobi is clearly stated that it gives you all 5 nature transformations within their clan tree there, so you can see what benefits you're getting from it. So between Sarutobi and all the 5 nature transformations, that's how you get them off the bat when on pawn creation, I should say. There is gene packs in the world that will give them to you, but just be careful. There is a bug going around that people have reported that when you use a ninja gene pack like Sharingan or any of these things, that it does reset the ninjutsu level on certain pawns. You can use dev mode to get them back, so I will be looking into that as we update properly, but this is one way on how to unlock natures. Now I'm going to go straight into how to get your first levels here. So we're going to take Bell here, and Bell here has the substitution jutsu on, and it says XP gain while active 10 per 5 hours. Now she's a low level ninja, and what happens is as time goes on, she's going to gain XP. Substitution jutsu, when it's active, you have a percentage chance to negate damage and play the animation and jump back a few tiles. So it can really save you in a pinch if you're surrounded, and you can kind of get out of there if you're surrounded. But it's also a percentage chance to activate. It's not a 100% chance to go, but it is active until it's used. Until that you hit that percentage chance, it is staying active, and you're just gaining XP while it's on. So once you hit a certain level, you're going to get your first ability, which is usually a utility ability. Quicken, Mole, and Rain. These are all utility abilities. And then your first attack ninjutsu is around level 4, I believe. You get your first attack ninjutsu, actually, where you're going to be more offensive based. And each time, actually, we're going to need a test ninja here. So give me 1 second. Okay. So don't mind the clone of Bell here, but we're going to need her to read Chakra Paper because this is a clone of her that I use with character editor. So she has an ninjutsu level 0, and I'll show you what it looks like when you read Chakra Paper and exactly what's happening. So we're going to read Chakra Paper. The first read you have, whether you have a gene for a Chakra Nature or not, the first read you have is a 100% chance to go through. You're guaranteed an element. So the paper turned into dirt. So she got the earth element, and as you can see, she has no jutsu. Let's turn on substitution jutsu. So that's on, so she'll be gaining XP per hour. And she has no abilities in that, but she unlocked it. The next one, the paper starts to burn. So she got the fire element. And then that's a 50% chance, by the way, to get the second. You can get unlucky, and that's why I said there's RNG to it, because it's not only is it random nature, it's also 100%, 50%, 25%, 12.5%, etc. So as long as you keep getting elements, the paper did not react. So she only got 2 elements, and it's perfect because we only have 3 left. She only got 2 elements. So that's all she's going to get via Chakra Paper. If you want to give her more elements, it's going to have to be via gene pack, which in the future we're going to have ways to, steal genes from people. I mean, there's already ways to steal genes from people if they have the Chakra Nature, but we're going to have our own ways to steal genes from people, Orochimaru style, and Keke Genkais from people that you can then take from them and plant into your own pawn without losing your ninjutsu level. But that's going to be future prospects. Now let's go over making Chakra Paper. Chakra Paper, as of right now, subject to change very soon in the next major update, is made in the art bench. and it's very cheap. It's 10 wood, 10 cloth. It says timber here because I have the medieval overhaul mod, but it's 10 wood and 10 cloth. Very cheap. It's worth a lot right now, which is going to be changed. So don't yeah, $550 per thing. So be careful with that if you want to stockpile on Chakra Paper. It might not be worth it unless you're willing to trade it away. It is kind of cheesable right now, but that's going to be brought down to 1 silver in the next update. It's going to be worth nothing, maybe 10 silver at best. It's not going to be worth as much. Don't worry about that. We already know that, guys. So the next question I'm probably going to be asked about is Keke Genkai and how will they work. Now, Keke Genkai are the mix of most of the time, the mix of 2 nature transformations into a third one or a special one. So how that's going to work is the Keke Genkai will be in the clan tab. So let's just say we have Ice here, which hint, if you aren't in the Discord, you might want to join the Discord, because then you'd know that Ice is going to be our first Keke Genkai in this mod. Now, Ice Keke Genkai will, if you have the gene for it, because it's going to be a gene and a xenotype within the mod, but the xenotypes are just going to be piecemeal genes. So you're going to have the Ice gene, and then maybe 2 other genes within that xenotype. But if you wanted to just have that Ice gene and take that out and just have your own type of Ice people, that's possible. You don't have to follow a xenotype. That's the whole point of the mod, is to mix and match the genes within that preferred xenotype so you can have cool combinations, just like in the show. You can have someone that has Sharingan and the Sand Control tree. You can have someone who's Sharingan and the Sarutobi tree, so they have all 5 nature transformations. So back to what I was saying, you have the Ice gene here, and you're going to unlock with the Ice gene Water and Wind, because those are the 2 nature transformations that you have. So just like Sarutobi unlocks all 5, Keke Genkai will automatically unlock 2, and then you can read Chakra Paper to further that if you want to. That is up to you. If you think, oh, I'm already getting 2, that's enough, you can still read Chakra Paper. So you have a higher chance to kind of have more nature transformations with Keke Genkai involved, etc., etc. It is kind of cheesable, but at the same time, nature transformations are what they are, and you're going to already have so many other powerful, and I think you guys like stacking powers anyway, so have fun with that as much as you want. This is the basics of Chakra Natures genes and how you get your first starting levels. If you guys want me to make more guides in depth on something else, because there's a lot of little intricacies in the mod that people don't understand quite yet, which is kind of my fault to some certain degree. I didn't really have time to write a proper guide because I am writing updates on 2 mods and also work full time, etc., etc., blah, 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 boo-hoo me. But in any case, I could not write a proper guide for you guys, so I'm sorry. So I'm doing it in video form because it's just much easier for me to get out. But if you guys want another video on something in depth, as long as it's not too vague or too small that I can just kind of answer you right in the comments. If you guys need more in-depth instruction on something, how to get this, how do I do that, what's happening with this, join the Discord. You can ask me in Discord, or you can leave a comment down below. And if it's something that I feel like needs a whole entire guide made, like a small video like this, like a 10-minute video, then I'll do that. I'll make a 10-minute guide on how to, in depth on how to do things. I do want to make an in-depth guide on all the clans and what they're like, and explain that a little further, because I think some people are a little confused on the clan system too. But in any case, that's the end of the guide here. Definitely leave me a like if this helped out at all.